This is what a narcissist really wants when they force their way back on you. Hey everyone, how are you today? Thank you very much for coming all the way here. This station is getting bigger thanks to you. Thanks a lot. If you are new to this channel, it will help you a lot to subscribe and turn on the bell alert. Let's go now. In this video, I talk about the things that narcissists worry about the most. They might try to get back into your life and show you that they care, that they've grown up, or that things could be better between you two. I say we keep going if you still think that. If you want to understand narcissists, you need to know why they do and say the things they do. Even if they do or say things that make you think they're real, don't believe them. There are two things that narcissists want. They hate us in relationships and as people, but they also need us. This movie is the best way I can think of to talk about this subject. These three things are especially important to narcissists. They don't think they have much if they don't have at least two of these. So, they're not going to give up until they reach their goal. You could be one of these, right? It's awful, but I have to keep going. Let's take a look. A narcissist doesn't care about anyone else but themselves. It seems like they need you from what they say and do, but I think it really shows how selfish and empty they are. To begin, a narcissist cares a lot about how they look. For this, they would risk everything. I mean things like what they wear, how they act in public, etc. When it comes to narcissists. Looks are the only thing that count. This is not at all like what their dangerous friends do. Because sociopaths don't care what other people think. They would get out of bed and walk to the store in their underwear without a second thought. They'll only try something if they believe it will help them. Nasty people, on the other hand, care a lot about how they look and making it look like they have everything they want. People who are covert narcissists are very careful not to let other people know too much about themselves. It's like putting on a show for them to walk out that door. It doesn't matter what they want to be seen as. It takes a lot of time and money for narcissistic people to try to make other people love and respect them. They do everything to move up and get more attention. Family members, like husbands and children, are the only ones who can really understand them. Narcissists are scared of being caught lying because of this. The reason for this is that they would be nothing without their fake names. People would think they were terrible monsters as soon as they took off their masks if they didn't say they were heroes or victims. That's something narcissists will do at all costs to make sure we always agree with them, no matter what. These people want us to like them, so that their already high self-esteem goes up even more and they feel great about themselves. Narcissists also need you to keep them going. They care about this a lot, almost more than how they look. This makes them want to get back at you over and over again. They feel good about themselves when others notice and praise them. They should show them that most people really respect and admire them. Hurting, lying to, and abandoning the people they pretend to love gives them the narcissistic supply they need to stay alive. These people need to get people to date them, trust them, or do something else they want. They must really want it if they go to all that trouble to get it. But narcissists can't love or care about anyone because they see others as tools to achieve their own goals. Why? They just want us to pay attention to them. They feel strong and in charge because of this. Because they are selfish and want to be in charge, they come to us for what we have. Without someone to manage, keep an eye on, and prove their existence, they would have no reason to stay. They have to think about a lot of different ways to get what they want. One person caring about them is not enough. Being mean to one person is not enough. Because of this, they are always looking for more as a second, third, and so on. Like an animal, he's always looking for something new to eat. They have to switch sources when they get tired of one. They don't mind if you've been forgotten or put away, because they believe you are theirs. They just want you to wait until they're ready for you again. They won't let go of you as long as they need you for something. Fame and money are the third most important things to narcissists. They can keep up the fake selves they've made up and buy even more stuff if they have money. This helps them get away from their sad lives and find happiness instead. They wouldn't believe you if you said that money couldn't buy happiness. That's why they work hard to win more. When narcissists have more money, they can also control more people. People can buy the love of the people they love. It doesn't matter how much money or anything else they have. It's never enough for such a person. They want to be feared and in charge of other people's lives, and more money and power will give them that. Narcissists know that it's hard to get rid of people who are both narcissistic and possessive, because they think they're not subject to the law. The main thing that a narcissist wants in life is to get rich and powerful. Narcissists need other people to make them feel better about themselves, or keep them from thinking about their flaws because they are anxious. If they want to connect with more people, their made-up look is important. Like the number of people, the number of selfish people also grows. Their need to be important keeps them going. They use these things to get more power, keep up their public image, and increase their egos by reading more selfish things. It's clear that narcissists don't care about how other people feel because they only care about themselves and their own goals. They are ready to hurt or give up anyone for the things they care about. They do not think about people. Now is not the time to think that they want to get back together with you because they love you or have changed. They need you still, but only to feel good about themselves. I don't believe I have anything else to say about this subject today. You are welcome to share your thoughts and ideas about this subject in the box below. We can't wait to read them. Please think about clicking on the bell icon below to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your time. Are you ensnared in a ceaseless whirlwind of mental anguish, consumed by perpetual anxiety, and besieged by unyielding torment inflicted by a narcissistic presence? The relentless onslaught of pain, seemingly relished by your oppressor, has left you depleted and adrift. We recognize the monumental challenge of disentangling oneself from toxic bonds and draining entanglements, and we stand ready to offer our steadfast support. Our empathetic and seasoned cadre of specialists is dedicated to assisting you in confronting the narcissistic forces in your life. Armed with tailor-made strategies attuned to your individual circumstances, we are steadfast in our commitment to emboldening you and reinstating the serenity of your psyche. Our personalized consultations are priced affordably, starting at a mere $1 per week. Follow the link in the description to promptly schedule an appointment and commence your odyssey of healing and reclamation of autonomy. Refuse to permit the insatiable appetite of the narcissistic entity for dominance and validation to dictate the trajectory of your existence any further. Your well-being and contentment are sacrosanct, too precious to relinquish. Together, we can emancipate you from the clutches of narcissistic exploitation, empowering you to embrace the life you authentically deserve. At the outset, narcissists exhibit an uncanny knack for simulating genuine interest in you, yet beneath the facade, you're naught but objects to them, mere tools to satiate their insatiable appetites. Proficient in the art of emotional manipulation, they gravitate toward individuals possessing qualities and attributes they covet but lack. By fixating on your achievements, they prop up their fragile egos, basking in a heady cocktail of power and dominance. From the inception of your relationship, this is how they seize control, craving your contributions devoid of regard for your individuality or unique qualities. You're simply a conduit for their self-serving desires. While they may amplify your value if they perceive you as influential or attractive, You remain a mere pawn in their game of manipulation. To them, your worth is contingent solely upon your ability to mirror their emotions and cater to their whims. Yet, this manipulation is fleeting, necessitating their constant presence to sustain their emotional needs. They feed off your validation to bolster their self-esteem, gradually diminishing your significance over time. Methodically pinpointing flaws and concocting falsehoods, they relish in belittling and asserting dominance over you. Ultimately, whatever you bring to the table will always fall short. This realization fuels their sense of dominance, driving them to seek new wells of validation while simultaneously devaluing and manipulating you. They crave adoration and attention, yet remain enigmatic and alluring. Forever hunting for someone to lavish them with praise and devotion, they're constantly on the lookout for fresh prey to fulfill this role. Once they pinpoint their next target, the cycle of grooming and exploitation commences once more. Once the backup supply is secured, they discard you callously, replacing you promptly with a new individual whom they elevate to a position of prominence in their twisted reality. The narcissist orchestrates this process meticulously, ensuring they maintain absolute control. They must paint you as the one at fault or lacking, reinforcing their inflated sense of superiority and intellect. In their eyes, they've traded up to someone they deem superior to you. However, should you sever ties with the narcissist before they shift to their backup source, it will haunt them relentlessly. The memory of your rejection will linger, preventing them from moving forward. This undeniable proof of your superiority will inflict profound emotional turmoil upon them, plunging them into a whirlwind of anxiety, sorrow, and despair. Choosing the right moment to break free holds immense power. A strategic departure during the height of their charm offensive yields maximum impact. If you can liberate yourself while they're still showering you with affection, striving desperately to win your favor, the aftershocks will reverberate profoundly. As you strip away their falsehoods and dismantle the meticulously crafted facade they present, they simmer with rage, rattled by your ability to penetrate their charade. Your revelation of their true essence pierces through their deceptive veil, a revelation that will haunt them indefinitely. They'll forever replay this moment, haunted by the exposure of their authentic self. Upon introspection, a wave of inadequacy and isolation washes over them. Despite their facade of grandiosity, deep within, they harbor seeds of self-doubt and unworthiness. Escaping a narcissist's grasp may seem daunting, but it's entirely within reach. I can vouch for this truth firsthand, having weathered the torment of this vicious cycle myself. If this content has offered valuable insights into the complexities of narcissism, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and stay vigilant. Arm yourself with knowledge of the warning signs, nurture resilience and resolve, and embark on the journey toward reclaiming your best life starting today. Hey everyone, welcome. Glad you could join us. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Today, I'm going to talk about the 10 things that damaging narcissists do that drive empaths crazy. Before I get into the juicy details, I want to make it clear that the information I'm about to give is only for people who are dealing with emotional abusers who hurt and hurt others. It's not meant for people who are dealing with dangerous or possibly violent people. If you find yourself in this situation, put your safety first and get help right away from medical workers, the police, or other reliable authorities. Do not put your or your loved one's safety at risk. Now that we've got that important point across, let's get down to business. You are about to learn the things that will make your narcissist extremely upset. Write down everything you need to know as I go over it. But hold on. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell before we move on to the next plan. This way, You will get weekly updates with more great tips to make your life better. First, try not to get stuck in the middle of their fights. Narcissists love chaos, drama, and being able to easily show how much they hate and feel guilty about themselves. They use their victims as emotional punching bags, and the hits they land can hurt. But what if you don't want to get involved in their fights or react personally to the things they say, like attacks, criticism, or projections? How about just giving them a blank stare? You become less of an easy target if you don't get caught up in their harmful web. The narcissist will feel angry and powerless because they can't change or control you anymore, which is good for you. They won't be able to get their negative feelings out because their attempts to hurt your feelings will fail. No care for their problems. Number 2. Have you ever come across someone who was so caught up in their own issues, rumors, and fights that you had to wake them up? That's exactly how a narcissist goes about their life. They use different strategies to change how you see them because they want respect, control, and a position of power. But what if you don't care and act like it? What if you show them that their false views don't change the way you think, feel, or act? Just picture how confused they will be when they realize how little you care about them. Just think about how angry they will be when they can't change your mood anymore. When you are focused on living your life, reaching your goals, being happy, and taking care of your own business, they lose control over you and become crazy. So, show them that their problems, their efforts to get you to care about them, and any other tricks they use don't matter much to you. Third, show them to other people. Narcissists are very good at tricking people into believing what they want them to believe and making themselves look good. What if, though, their carefully crafted image fell apart in front of a crowd? What if you told them they were lying, exaggerating, or really not very good at what they do? Imagine the fear that flashes through their eyes when they are directly asked a question, and how they can't answer without giving away who they really are. Think about how upset they are when their flaws or mistakes are shown to everyone. In this way, you take away their power over you and show them as they really are. You and everyone else can no longer be fooled or tricked by them because everyone can see their real character. So, don't be afraid to talk to them directly. Show them what they're really like in public, and refuse to put up with their lies and schemes. Don't back down. Let them know you can see through their tricks and lies. 4. Let them know who they really are. What would happen if you stopped believing their complicated web of lies and told them who they really were? What if you weren't going to believe their lies and let them control you any longer? You're basically telling them, I see through your lies and manipulative tactics. When you question their feelings and personal stories, you show that you won't let them trick you and that you can figure out what they really want. But how are you going to do this? When you hear a narcissist talking badly about someone or making up a story to make you feel sorry for them, don't be afraid to question their story and let them know that you will not let their lies go unchecked. Their game is thrown off because you are no longer playing, leaving them unsure of how to move forward. Number 5. Show that you don't respect them. What would happen if you treated them badly the way they treat you badly? What if you ignored them and made them feel like they didn't matter? Being rude and disrespectful to narcissists is a strong way to get back at them. By acting the same way they do, you show that you will no longer let them control or hurt you. You will no longer put up with their complaints or judgments. But how are you going to do this? First, don't let them take over the talk or make you feel bad about yourself. Stay strong and don't back down from challenges. Let them know that you won't stand for their selfish behavior and that their efforts to scare you will no longer work. 6. Ignore the fact that they exist. Say you laughed or gave them a look that said, "You can't be serious," in response to their attempts to trick you. Not paying attention to them can weaken them. You are not giving them the attention and respect they want by not taking their selfish behavior seriously. Their lies and tricks have no effect on you because you show them that. Do so carefully, though, and watch how they respond. When they make up complicated details and add to their stories, they might lose it when their efforts to trick others don't work. 7th, being completely honest. Narcissists have a weak sense of who they are and are great at controlling other people. What if you told them the truth, no matter how painful it was? What if you told them without fear what they really needed to hear, even if it wasn't what they wanted to hear? Being brutally honest with narcissists is a strong way to find out what kind of person they are. You might see them fall apart when you tell them the cold, hard truth. Narcissists don't like hearing facts that hurt their inflated sense of self-importance, especially when those facts go against what they think about themselves. Be brave and say what other people might be afraid to say. Watch as their act falls apart when they are faced with the results of their deeds. Number 8. Completely turning off. Narcissists get pleasure from making up a false sense of who they are. But what if you saw past their facade and found out how weak, meaningless, and useless they really are? By breaking through their veil of fantasy, you can take away their power. When you see how weak they really are, and how empty their own sense of worth is, the game is over for them. They know that you can see through their act, which makes them look weak. They can't keep up the act that everything is okay any longer. Number 9. Not caring. Ignoring that they exist can be a very effective way to make narcissists weak. You're giving them the fuel they need for their ego by not paying attention to them. This can drive them crazy and keep them from getting the approval they need so badly at the same time. It is worth the work, even though it is hard. Even if the quiet is unbearable, it is important to keep going. Believe me, the option is much harder than putting up with their attempts to control you. Don't pay attention to what they want, and watch as their power slowly fades. 10. Get up and walk away. If you give up on them and walk away, it means that you are no longer connected to them in any way. It says, "You don't matter anymore, and I don't care." It means taking your attention, energy, care, and worry off of their narcissistic supply. It means you don't want to talk to them anymore. I know this isn't a game or an easy job. I agree that it's not as easy as it sounds. But trust me when I say it is possible and very important for your health. I hope this conversation has taught you something useful. If it helped you, please consider clicking like and sharing the most important thing you learned. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified